Hey, what's good, everybody? In this video, I want to talk to you guys about rigging out your iPhones, your iPhone 17s or 16 to take advantage of log shooting. Now, that's something I've been very interested in trying and doing. I kind of color grade a little bit, and this is kind of like a good way to get in some practice on color grading, shooting some family footage, and just going out, practicing. The only way you can get better at certain things, you got to practice and figure it out. Now, my particular setup I got going right here, most of this is stuff I had pretty much laying around. I only had to pick up a couple of pieces to complete this particular rig. But first off, there is a more streamlined way of doing this. And before everybody get in the comments and tell me about it, I am very aware of Lexar and their small hub that they have, that you can attach a very small SSD to their hub. You can attach a whole mic setup and everything. So I'm very aware of that. I'm going to try to pick that up a little later. That's a little bit on the costly side. Right now it's costing about $300 as of the making of this video to get the hub and a 2 terabyte SSD. But what I'm going to try to do is, a lot of this stuff that I have here is stuff that I pretty much had lay around. I have a Samsung T7 2 terabyte SSD that I have. I used to use that as my editing hard drive whenever I was making videos, and I would use it when I would edit on my laptop using that. But since I haven't been using it lately, and I've moved to NVMe drives, this has been laying around. So what better way to use this but as part of a camera setup like this? You might be asking why I have the Apple AirPods Pro 3. Well, that's going to be the mic setup for my rig. You can use the earbuds as microphones. Okay, testing out the earbuds as a microphone. You guys let me know how that sounds. Testing it out. 1 2 1 2. Pretty quiet, don't have no interference, so take it for what it is. They're not as high quality as like a DJI setup or a Rode setup, but it will get the job done in a pinch. And if you already have a pair, it kind of helps save a little bit of money, where you don't have to go out and just pay for a whole mic setup to go with this camera, with this iPhone rig. Now, I picked up this small 5-inch USB short cable from TiMOVO. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. And this cost about $9.99. Now, what this can do, it has 240 watt fast charging. It has the capabilities of moving 40 gigabytes of data transfer. It can work with an 8K display. Again, this USB-C also is Thunderbolt 4 and 3 compatible. It works with MacBook and any external SSD drives. Again, this costs only $9.99. Now, next up, I picked up this MagSafe SmallRig clamp. Now, this is the SmallRig magnetic phone mount bracket. It holds SSD as small as 45 millimeters and as wide as 70 millimeters. It's a cold shoe for Samsung's T3, T5s, also the T7s. You can also attach a SanDisk and one of those crucial SSDs. All of those will fit this small rig perfectly. This retails for $15.99. Again, I'm going to go over the Samsung one. If you haven't picked that up and you're thinking about picking up a T7, this SSD does retail for $149, $150. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together. Now, one note about that, the Lexar hub that I talked about earlier in this video, sometimes it's difficult to set that up with certain cases. And There are a lot of instances where I have seen people have to take the case off and use that hub without it. With this, the only setback is that it's going to be bulkier, and you're going to have to figure out a great way to hold this. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my SSD, make sure the opening is pointing down. Now I'm going to go ahead and just turn this on. Okay, right now I'm going to move it over to log. I got the frame rate at 24 frames per second. Now, if I'm shooting with this SSD 2 terabyte attached to this phone, I have 5 hours and 59, literally 6 hours of ProRes shooting. Now, ProRes files are very large, so that's excellent right there. If I shoot at 30 frames per second, I got 4 hours and 49 minutes, which is basically 5 hours at 30 frames per second. Now, if you want some slow motion footage, the two best frame rates are 60, and if you want the best frame rate, it's at 120. But at 60, it does eat up the hard drive a lot. It goes down to 2 hours and 24 minutes on this Samsung T7. So again, if you're going to use this, shoot mostly 24 and 30 and occasionally 60 frames if you want to get like some slow-mo footage for whatever you're shooting. So again, as you can see how this is set up, the problem is going to be how you hold this. The camera button is over here on this side. So my hands are, a little bit larger, and this is the regular Pro, so you can see how much of the back is being used. So it doesn't give you a lot of space to hold. And that's why people may actually prefer that Lexar setup over something like this. But I think, from a price point, this is a little bit more economical. If you think about all the pieces that I put together with this, if you could just figure out a great way how to hold this, myself, I think I will just hold it like this to get a lot of my footage. When I'm done, I can just disconnect, use this little 5-inch data cable and plug it into my computer to get the footage off. I think that's going to work out way easier. But again, advantages of this setup is it's cheaper. It will work with any of your cases. You wouldn't have to remove your case like you would in some instances with the Lexar. And it'd be a little bit cheaper, like I said, economically. Now the disadvantage, well, it's a bigger, bulkier setup, and there's no extra parts or no extra openings to allow for a mic setup if you want to have a higher quality of sound. You're going to be pretty much stuck using your iPhone, your AirPods as maybe a mic in this type of setup, or the actual mic that's all on the phone. So that pretty much does it for the video. I just wanted to show you this, this all set up. I'm going to leave all the links for everything that I got right here down below if you're interested in building out something like this. You don't necessarily have to use a T7. You can use a T5. You can use any of the Samsung. Just make sure that it's compatible with your phone before you purchase. But that's pretty much my setup going forward. I'm going to pick up that Lexar. I'm going to show you that setup. But other than that, that pretty much does it for the video. If you like it, thumbs up, subscribe. And other than that, I'll catch everybody in the next video. I'm out.